Nobody's going to feel sorry for you. Nobody's going to feel sorry for our record, or nobody's going to feel sorry for guys out, because everybody.
How many points do you think Jordan could average in today's NBA?
What's the most he ever averaged, 37?
37-1.
All right, so 40 easy. 40 easy. 40 easy. Yeah, 40 easy. Like 40 is easy. 40 would be easy for Black Jesus.
As far as LeBron and Michael, if Michael played in this era, he'll average 50. He'll average 50 points.
How would you envision, what would Michael Jordan be if he played in the game today the way the game is different from the way it was in his era?
He'd average 45, and the league would be complaining about two players. It'd be like, Mike is too good, and the kid named Shaq down in Orlando is too dominant. What are we going to do?
What about these other guys who are playing in today's
Jordan would have averaged 45, 50.
In today's game.
The point I was making is you allow great shooters freedom to roam, freedom with no hand check. You can't crowd me, and I got a clear sight at the rim, then it's going to be lights out, baby. But it's so hard to play defense in today's game because they allow the offense to go wherever they want.
Okay, but if Jordan's averaging, I mean, be honest here. If Jordan in his prime, Jordan in the early 90s, is averaging
today's rules.
Yeah, today's rules is averaging 40.
He would average 40.
Okay.
I think he would average 40.
Okay, but he average 39 one year, or 37.1. So Kobe's going to average 40.
Kobe would be up there. Kobe would be up there as well.
And it's the hand checking. You can't put your hands on these guys now. And just imagine, Michael Jordan was averaging 29 to 30 plus points a game in regular season in the playoffs with hand checking. Now you can't touch him.
Yeah.
You couldn't touch MJ then without getting a foul. Imagine what it looks like now. And you know Michael Jordan will adapt to the game today. And the one thing that will get guys is his ability to get in one or two dribbles to the pump fake. It's Michael Jordan. You're going to react to every move he does, and his pump fake alone will draw fouls.
No, his numbers will definitely be inflated. You thought James Harden got to the line a lot. Jordan would average 20 free throws probably every night. You got to understand, he would evolve into this era. You know, the Jordan that we saw young, athletic, get to the basket based on, you know, what we've seen in this era, you would see a Jordan probably shooting more threes too. So he would definitely evolve. You know, he averaging 35 at one point. I could see him really pushing that to 40. I don't know about 50, 60, but like, you know, mid 40s, I could see that possibly happening.
I don't know if he'll shoot 75% from the field, but Paul, for his career, I think he averaged like 8.8 free throw attempts per game. So like, that's at least gonna double. That's 20 per game in today's age. And also, I mean, pace and space. Think about how physical the game was back then. You pretty much get put on your back every time you went to the bucket. Now all of a sudden somebody blows on your wrist or hits your hand, that's a foul? Like, so yeah, even though he would have taken more threes if he lived in today's age, still his mid-range game was on point. His skill level, he still would be considered one of the most skilled, if not the most skilled in the league today. I think, I don't know 75%, but he would be averaging in the 40s for sure.
Is the best, 5 is subpar, all right? Not so good. So you get a chance to rank 1 through 5. Psychologically, how do you rank Michael Jordan?
The scale of 1 to 5?
1 to 5. 1 being the best, 5 being the worst.
1.
Ball handling.
1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Defender.
1.
Mid-range jumper.
0. Not even 1.
Oh.
Like I said, he was a pure shooter. Like, I don't think anybody in the league at that point was shooting the ball better than him. You shoot 50+% from the field at the guard position, shooting all J's. Like, you have to be a pure shooter. And everything was touching bottoms. Like, yeah, 1, 0. You go 0 with that one.
What do you think Jordan will average? Where do you think he would fit in?
I mean, he can adapt his game to anything. He would fit in as the best player in the league. Like, that's what he would be. And, you know, I feel like he'll have more possessions to do more things, but there's also more athleticism in his game, and there's more length in his game. But, you know, it's also more space for MJ to go to work. So, I mean, we'll never know, but for sure, I mean, he's a masterful basketball player. Like we've been saying, his skill level is unmatched. So, of course, he'll do numbers in this league today.
Because Harden, I think Harden a couple of years ago averaged 36. So you figure Jordan could average 40 with no problem. I'm gonna ask both of you guys.
And you add to that when he averaged 37, he was doing it with twos. It wasn't even no three. They weren't shooting 3-pointers like how they shoot now. You know what I'm saying? Because just imagine if Michael decided to shoot 6, 7 threes a game like they do now. 40 would have been easy.
You played in both eras. How many points do you think Jordan would literally average per game?
Today?
Today.
Phew. More than James Harden.
James Harden had a season he averaged 36.
More than that. For sure.
Really?
For sure. And I was at the Jordan era.
Yeah.
I was in the LeBron, Kobe.
Yeah.
Duncan. And I was at the tail end.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I played with these guys.
Right.
I've seen all the 3-point balls go up. They can't. Jordan, no way. Jordan would average 50.
You believe Jordan would average 50?
If he wanted to.
Right.
James Harden wants to average 50. He just can't.
Right.
He got 38.
Right.
Amazing.
Right.
If Jordan wants to average 50, if he was playing his era, I think he averages 50. And this is no disrespect to any of the guys.
Current players.
That's killing, like KD, you know.
Yeah, all those guys, yeah.
Yeah, not
the guys, Steph and LeBron and all those guys, yeah.
Michael played today.
Yeah.
He probably averaged almost 50 a game. I mean, he really would, because you wouldn't be able to touch him on the perimeter, so he'd be shooting a ton of free throws.
Yeah, so when everybody does this Michael LeBron comparison, it's you almost can't, it's not the same game that they're playing.
It's not the same game. You're right, it's not the same game. I would have loved to see LeBron play during in the 90s.
In today's game, the rules as they are, how would Jordan do, and how many points do you believe he would average?
I don't think anybody's averaging 60 or 70.
Okay.
So those days are over with.
Nobody's gonna get Wilt 50 a game, huh?
Not 50 a game. No, that's not gonna happen. But I will say this: Michael Jordan would average whatever he want to average.
You believe he can get 40 a night?
Yeah, he can. I mean, yeah. Yeah, there's no question about it.
40 a night,
Yeah,
Mark. 40.
Yeah.
How you gonna get 40? If you go to
I'm not here to break it down and decipher it. I'm telling you as a witness, I'm testifying on behalf of Michael Jeffrey Jordan that he would average 40 a night. If we see guys averaging 30
right,
and 35, with all due respect, that don't have the arsenal that he has offensively.
Well, you know you have to add that 3-ball. You got to add the 3-ball to get to 40. Because you look at the guys, Harden was the last guy. I think Harden averaged 36, and that step back 3, he put that in. Obviously the free throw, Jordan went to the free throw line a lot. He didn't go as much as Harden, but I don't know how you get to 40 without that 3-ball.
Well, Jordan's gonna go to the free throw line more than he did back then, because we were able to beat him up, and it was ignored to a certain extent.
Okay.